Remember? Now the Gentiles are all in the church. All the non-Jews, they're all coming. They say, wow, what great news. But when the, what? Jews, you see, the Jews, they love the law. They say, hey, we got the law. We know what to do. We don't like this unmerited stuff. We like merit. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get punished. So when the Jews saw the multitudes, hey, where's everybody? You go to the baker is not there. You go to the market, the guy selling fish is not there. They're all in the church hearing about Jesus.
Amen.
And the Jews says, they saw the multitudes, they were what? Filled with envy. They say, how can this be? Nobody in the market, nobody in the shops, nobody at home. Where are all these people gone to? They're all listening to the word of God. They are all listening to Jesus being preached. They were filled with envy and spoke against those things which were spoken by Paul. They said, wait a second. Paul and Barnabas, those crazy guys, they are preaching some strange gospel about Jesus again. Look at all those people going over there. They shouldn't be going over there. You see, the early church, the moment Jesus is preached, there will people come against you. There is no question about this. If you share Jesus, people will come against you. If you share about good things to do, nobody will say anything. Feed the poor. Who has a problem with that?
Nobody.
Shouldn't you do that? Yeah, of course we should do that as well. But you see, people don't come against that sort of teaching. But the moment you speak about Jesus, somebody will speak against you. You see, the moment you stand up there and you say, Jesus was with my daughter, Jesus was with my son, Jesus was with me, people say, wait a second. And they will come against you. You see, because you are saying Jesus. That's the only word which people say, I cannot stand. And the Jewish people saw that. They were filled with envy, and they spoke against Paul and Barnabas, which was spoken by Paul, contradicting and blaspheming them. So they contradict them, and they blaspheme them. Persecuted them. How can you talk about Jesus? How can you, Paul, talk about Jesus? And grace of God? What grace? You have to do. You have to perform. You have to be the winner. You have to be good enough. You see, if you're not good enough, God doesn't accept you. That's what is being taught over there. And you see how sad it is that in the church nowadays, we have the same thing. Oh, you're not good enough. You don't belong to the church. You cannot come to church. You're not good enough. God will never accept you. Oh, you preach too much about Jesus. No, you cannot. Because I'm going to speak against you, and I'm going to contradict you, and then I'm going to criticize you, and I'm going to speak against you and Jesus. Because, why do we need Jesus? Because it is just too good news. It is too good to be true that Jesus paid the full price for you. It cannot be. It cannot be that good news. It cannot be. So I'm going to persecute you. Surely, okay, you can accept Jesus, but now we got to add in some more things. All right, you got to have Jesus plus feed the poor. That is okay. Jesus but feed the poor, it should be higher. Jesus a little bit lower, because feeding the poor should be more, right? Jesus, you can push him down. But Paul and Barnabas says, look, we remove all of that teaching and we put Jesus up there. It is by Jesus who paid everything for you, who did everything for you, that should be lifted up. And people cannot take it. People cannot take Jesus. Because it's a name that offends them. It's a name which takes priority over everything that they did. And they cannot take it because it sounds so strange. Shouldn't it be about me? You see, what I did, I'm a winner. You are a loser. But the moment Jesus comes in, the winner and the loser has the same level.
Yep.
Because it's not about who wins and who loses. It's about Jesus. And people cannot take it. And this, like I said, this is how the church started off. People cannot take it. Alright? Acts 15. Let me read a little bit more to you. And certain men which came down from Judea. Alright, so now the church is, they are talking about Jesus in the church. And some men came down from Judea. Alright? And taught the people. What did they teach them? And say, except you be circumcised after the manner of Moses, you cannot be saved. Oh, come on. All you guys in this church, all you guys, all you Gentiles, whole city coming out to listen to Jesus. Wait a second. You have got it that's wrong. Your message is wrong. This is the church starting. The church is just starting. There are no churches. This is just starting up. And look, the people already came. You brothers and sisters, I know you people are talking about Jesus and you're listening to this Paul guy and this Barnabas guy talking about Jesus all the time. How he did that for you. He died on the cross for you. He was raised again. Yeah, we know all of that story. You are wrong. You got to be what? Circumcised. You got to have this. Otherwise, you cannot, come on, be saved. You cannot. There's no way. You got to have this. You got to do this. You got to add in that one other thing because Jesus is not in